What a busy day today. Antonio Brown suspended by the Raiders, Nicki Minaj retiring from the rap game, and despite it all, folks, we're still here and we're less than 1 hour away from the ball sailing through the air. The day that we've all been waiting for is here. NFL season starts tonight. Packers and Bears, and I'm going to talk about it as you've entered the sports opinion log here in LexAnderson world. I'm your host, LexAnderson, so if you're down with all things NFL, tumultuous situations between the Raiders and Antonio Brown. Wherever you are in America, you are not alone. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to stay notified for any and all upcoming future videos. Now let's just get down to the brass tacks of this video. Yes, the day that we've all been waiting for since the end of that lackluster Super Bowl between the Rams and Patriots is finally here. 8:20. Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears meeting for the 199th time. Packers have the lead 96-94 with 6 ties. And you know what? It just feels right. As they celebrate their 100th year, give us Bears and Packers. You know how I feel, y'all. Discount double dud. Aaron Rodgers, the one-trick pony where he rolls out the pocket and flings a 40-yarder down the field, hoping that it's caught or there's a pass interference play that gains them yardage. I've been hearing about the Packers defense. Show me something. The Packers still don't have a running game. I don't know of any big-time wide receivers playing for them. All I know is that Aaron Rodgers has not played in any preseason games, which has me believing that he's old and possibly injured and won't be worth much for the Packers this season. And of course, on the other side, you have the Chicago Bears, who have that great defense led by Khalil Mack, up-and-coming quarterback Trubisky, but all I keep hearing is how they don't have a field goal kicker. Well, that's a damn shame, because if you haven't checked the stats in the last, 5 years, there's a lot of 7-point or less margins that could make the difference in you being a champion of your region or even getting a playoff spot. You need a good field goal kicker because a lot of these games come down to 7 points or less. And the last thing you need to be worrying about if you're supposedly supposed to be a Super Bowl contender is, do I have a reliable field goal kicker? I mean, come on, folks. The Saints had the NOLA no call, and the Chicago Bears have the double doink, where the ball had hit the post twice and fell short and ruined what could have been an improbable playoff run. But that is the past. Here is where we are now. The ball will be kicked into the air, sailing into the sky. The bright lights will be shining on the field for Thursday Night Football. So Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears, all LexAnderson is going to say to you is, show me something. Now, speaking of showing me something, let's talk about class clown Antonio Brown. Clearly, the Steelers knew what they were doing when they took that hit on their salary cap, getting rid of Antonio Brown. However, I will say this much. As a fan of the game, I've seen the graveyard is littered with losers like Antonio Brown who have a platform, who get paid very well to do what? The job of playing a child's game. So if you want to blow your $30 million, hey, I don't care. Because he's not a Steelers problem. He's a Raiders problem now. And it's about time the Raiders goddamn did something because, like I say in my Yankee videos, the goal is to get to and win the World Series. The Raiders, what's their thing? Commitment to excellence. Is he showing that? I don't need to recap his nasty-ass feet. I don't have to do a recap of the helmet issues. But I can tell you one thing. Negro, Antonio Brown, petulant child who doesn't act and behave like a real man. When you report to work, which is Slave Masters Field, Slave Masters Arena, Slave Masters Stadium, you have to abide by company rules and company policies. And there is no way in hell that AB, Antonio Brown the Clown, should be Antonio Brown the Clown, ABC. Antonio Brown Clown. That's perfect. And that's befitting for this video. Because when you report to management's office and they find you, something that they should have done a long time ago for a dude who didn't play any preseason games, does he even practice? Hardly ever, which is understandable, right? Because he's a diva. He thinks the world of himself. But at the end of the day, football is a team sport. He cares only about himself. He is just a selfish, petulant child. Antonio Brown the clown. So when Slave Master presents you with a fine, you do not take that paper and post it, Instagram, Twitter, wherever he posted it. It doesn't go on social media. He is a fool. That is what he is. He is a fool. You do not take company issued policy papers, legal documents, you clown. You don't take those and post them on social media. I was hoping to hold off on this video because I need to know what kind of suspension he's going to get. I keep hearing them talking about, oh, they could take away his $30 million guaranteed. I say take this shit away. Antonio Brown the clown, he's not worth it. Cut your losses. His Raider career is over before it even started. Revoke his $30 million signing bonus money or whatever. Take the team you have to the field and try to win your Monday Night Football game against the Denver Broncos, which I'm not going to reveal who's going to win or lose that game. And speaking of cutting losses, let me just end it with Nicki Minaj since I started it with her. Nicki Minaj, cut the bullshit. You work in the hip-hop rap game. You work in entertainment. There is nothing for you to retire from. The point is, you're not going anywhere, Nicki Minaj. So if I were you, I would get my ass back into the studio and focus on making some real hits. And speaking of hits, I'm sure this video was definitely one of them. Thank you guys and girls very much for tuning in. Special shout out to my NHL players on the gram at IGTV. Special shout out, you know how we do. To all my NFL brethren out there. M6 Drop, Brooklyn, Maine, Brother K, Mr. G80, my boy Galt's Conditioning. We're here, NFL, and special shout out to the ladies who watch football. Special shout out to Vieri17. Check her out. She's the ultimate Dallas Cowboy fan. And you know what? It's all love. I'm here. You're here. If you're looking for an NFL home, you've come to the right spot. Sports Opinion Log, LexAnderson World. Until next time, America. LexAnderson, signing out.